What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, but I did want to share an experience I had. So I got my first tattoo. Now, I didn't get tattoos in the past purely for religious reasons, you know, growing up in Utah, Mormon, whatnot, but I don't really practice that anymore. I'm not really too big in religion. So my wife recently got two tattoos, and she had told me I should get one. So I have wanted tattoos in the past. I've always thought, man, I'd love a Mortal Kombat, a Zelda, Dragon Ball Z, Scorpion. Tattoos definitely look cool. So the wife scheduled an appointment. I went there to this tattoo place. I'm going to show you guys some work in progress photos as it happened and tell you my experience in case you're ever considering one or you're just curious on the whole experience, because it's totally new to me. I don't know anything about the process. I know a lot of other people out there obviously know a ton. I know there's tattoo collectors, but I know nothing. So I'm going into this completely clueless. I just know my wife sent him an image of the Mortal Kombat logo I wanted, because that's what I wanted to start with, was MK, of course, one of my absolute loves in this life. The dragon tattoo, sort of like in the movie. But I wanted to share the experience in a little work in progress. So let's check out some initial photos. Alrighty, so first thing they did is they printed out on a piece of paper the logo on how big I wanted it. And he went a little too big at the beginning. I actually had him shrink it twice until it got to about this size, and this was the size I decided to go with. And he did something to it where it basically was like a stencil, almost like a coloring book where you just color in an already printed thing. In essence, that's how I feel like it was. He didn't have to draw the dragon. He printed out a logo from online, made it into this, put it on my arm, and then he just filled in the colors. So that was the first initial step. He did have to clean my arm with alcohol, shave it, any tiny little hairs and whatnot, apply a bunch of different goos. I don't even know what exactly they were, but tons of different things. And this was the initial process right there. As you can see, he started to color in the dragon black and then the outline black. So here's what I'll say regarding actual tattooing. I may or may not be right on this. Don't quote me, but this is just what I think. But there's a tiny little needle that injects the paint into the top layer of your skin, I'm guessing. And so they're injecting tiny little needles with ink into you. And it definitely is painful. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most painful thing ever, 5 being moderate, I'd probably rate it a 6.5. It's definitely really annoying pain, and it's just God, freaking stop already. That type of pain. And the whole process took about 3.5 hours. So it definitely was not quick, especially, because of the size. And this one's not just black, it is colored. But let me show you the finished black. So that's what it looks like. But I did want to do full color, like the classic MK. There's a lot of MK dragons out there, but I didn't want to get too elaborate. I just wanted to go the simple MK logo, but classic colored. But here you can see it. So it's, I have a big arm, so definitely it's quite big. And my arm was definitely very sensitive, like my shoulders at this point. This was probably 2.5 hours in to do just that. And originally I was going to do my left arm, but they suggested doing the right arm so the dragon is facing forward. So that's what we ended up doing. But yeah. My arm's kind of red, because in essence you're wounding the skin because you're injecting little needles. And I was bleeding throughout the whole process for sure. He kept having to clean me constantly. And I just looked away. I don't like looking at myself whenever I'm getting injected or hurt, in essence. If a doctor's injecting a needle into me to draw blood, I never want to look at that, ever. I always look the other way. Just do it. Now, I would say I have a pretty decent pain tolerance, but I don't like looking at it. Then we go into the colored aspect, and here's really where we get more or less the finished product right there. So, the fiery look where it's red and then goes into orange and yellow towards the top, but there is the finished product. So right now, it does have this bandage over it. This is just right before he applied it. He also applied some sort of cream and lots of lotions because you know have to keep the skin nice and moisturized and whatnot. So yeah, so basically, let me show you guys. Check that out. So you can see there's blood and maybe some ink dripping. That's completely normal. But I have to wear this plastic wrap for basically 3 days. And my arm, I can't lift it above this. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to work out my upper body until I can remove this and lift my arm fully. I mean, he suggested 3 weeks. No way I'll do that. But I'm still going to work out. I'm going to be doing cardio and legs. I specifically held off doing legs until I got my tattoo. So I'm going to be doing cardio, abs, and legs for the next few days. And then, you know, I could do my upper body because I am due for a good shoulder workout. But there it is. What do you guys think of this tattoo? For me, you know, I love Mortal Kombat. And if I'm going to get a tattoo, it has to be MK logo to begin. Because A, I love dragons. B, Mortal Kombat's one of my favorite universes of all time, if not the favorite. And so definitely that's the tattoo to get. If I am to get other tattoos, honestly, I would love to get a Zelda Triforce like right on my freaking hand. Although I don't like the idea of hand tattoos, because if you're ever going into a job interview and they see tattoos on your hand, I mean, what am I going to wear? A freaking glove, like a one glove, like a Michael Jackson or something to an interview? That's the one reason I wouldn't want to do a hand tattoo. Plus, it'd be freaking painful. But I definitely would love to get a Triforce. But if you're getting a Triforce, I feel like it has to be on the hand. Otherwise, it'll just look weird. The other tattoos I'd consider Kratos, Scorpion, Pennywise. I don't think I'd ever do anything Marvel or DC. A Vegeta tattoo. Those are the ones I would consider. We'll see. You know, I'm not going to get anything super soon again. I'm definitely going to wait at least 6 months before I make a decision, just because this is something that's permanent. And at least, I mean, I think there is removal surgeries, but, you know, I definitely want to think about it, see how I like this for 6 months before I decide on another one. My wife's already gotten 2. She loves them, but the thing is, you know, my wife's Asian, and I love tattoos on Asians. I think it's so hot. So I'm all down for her getting tons of tattoos. I think it's hot. I love it on Asian women. So, yeah. So right now my arm, you know, it's been about an hour and a half since I've got the tattoo, and my arm is definitely stinging right now. It's almost still feels like he's still injecting the needle in me. So it's definitely stinging, and my wife said, you know, it could last a day or day plus for that stinging. Ray, say hi, Ray. But yeah, that's basically the process. So now I got to wear this bandage for 3 days. After that, I got to, you know, clean it twice a day, moisturize it and whatnot, just to ensure it's, you know, because it's a wound, you gotta, in essence, apply a special tattoo cream my wife got. But yeah, that's basically it. So if you're considering a tattoo, that's really more or less my experience. I'm sure you could watch some videos on the up close and whatnot, but pretty straightforward process. It is time consuming. You know, you see the size of this one, still pretty big, especially for a first tattoo. Definitely is painful. So you, like I said, about 6.5 out of 10 for pain. So definitely more than moderate pain. It's quite annoying where you'd really just want it to stop. Now it's just, you know, waiting for it to freaking stop. It's like, oh, finally. You know, so definitely not enjoyable, but it's going to look awesome. And, you know, I went and got some pizza afterwards to celebrate. I'm like, all right, I deserve this. I've lost tons of weight this week. I've been doing good. I deserve my cheat meal. So got some pizza, my favorite pizza actually, and wanted to reward myself. And I already got compliments about the tattoo. Literally in the pizza shop alone, random people coming up to me loving it. But yeah, that is my experience. Let me know, do you guys like tattoos? Are you into that? Do you have any and whatnot? So for me, this is my first. It may or may not be my last. We will see. Time will tell. I'm not promising anything. My wife's already asking, what's your second tattoo? I'm like, whoa. Calm down, babe. Let me see how I like this for the next 6 months before I commit to another one. Plus, it's not necessarily cheap. So, you know, the price of one tattoo is almost the equivalent of a price of a cheaper 1/4 scale statue. So you also have to consider that. Plus, if I got something big and sick like a Scorpion or Vegeta, probably costs as much as a 1/3. So you have to consider that as well. Anyways, folks, that is it. I know this video is a little bit different, but just wanted to share my opinions and thoughts on the whole process in case you're considering or whatnot. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.